Welcome to Mystic Musings with Tobie Hewitt. I'm Tobie Hewitt, and I'm your guide through time and space and all points in between. Mystic Musings will give you insight into who you are, why you are here, how to live an authentic life, and where you fit into the universe around you. Join me on this path of mystical exploration. Welcome to episode 20 of Mystic Musings with Tobie Hewitt. This week we will look at the difference between prayer and meditation as we continue our mystic journey. I can tell you that I've been asked a lot of times the difference between the two and if they can be used interchangeably. And thus I decided that this was a good moment to take on this question. The first thing that comes to mind is the idea that we are all part of the same thing. We are all connected beings. We're all in the same universe. The energies that flow through one of us flows through all of us and around us and through everything that exists here. We were created by the same creative spirit, and you can call that entity by whatever name you are most comfortable, God or whatever, but I call creative spirit. Suits my purposes, and I don't think the creative spirit minds what it is called, as so long as it is called upon. And that's what we're getting to right now. There are two different things we're talking about: prayer and meditation. And in prayer, we are asking to receive help and for blessings for ourselves or for others. Through prayer, we ask that other people be healed. Through prayer, we ask that we have the ability to comport ourselves in a manner that allows us to get the job that we want, or allows us to find even the love that we are looking for. We can ask for a lot of things in prayer, and you'll notice children oftentimes are asking in prayer for a specific result, such as a toy for Christmas or whatever. I mean, we use prayer to ask for things, and we ask not only for ourselves, as I say, but we then also can ask for other people. We can say, please heal so-and-so. And there are circles that get together every week or periodically. And in prayer, they ask the creative spirit to fulfill the healing of a person who needs it. And so that is one aspect of prayer that we can look at. So, and I can't reiterate this enough. We're talking in prayer to the deity, whatever deity we're talking to. And in some religions, there are many deities and many different purposes for asking different deities for different things to come to pass. And so it's both a personal request and a request for other people and for the planet. As those of you who are following these episodes along, I created a grid, crystal grid, on the past new moon, and that to me is a form of prayer. It's putting out the energy into the universe, asking that the earth be healed, that the planet be healed of the strife that it's enduring at this point. And so there are many forms of prayer that we can look into, but we're just talking about the idea of sitting quietly and putting forth a heartfelt, a spirit-felt prayer, a request. Now, that is asking. Meditation is done for different reasons. When we meditate, we can use a guided meditation. That always can help us. It can help us to heal ourselves, or to promote sleep, or to reach a state of calmness and peace. But meditation also serves to connect us to the creative spirit, to that which is larger than ourselves, but which also resides inside of ourselves, to find within ourselves the reflection of that which created us and continues to sustain us through the energy of love. I talk about the energy of love a lot because love is not just an emotion. I'm going on a tangent here. Love is not just an emotion. It's a very, very, very powerful force and energy in the universe. And we all should be striving to work in that energy. And that would solve a lot of problems. I have a blog post that just went up on my TobieHewitt.com messages and reflections blog about that we need to be able to become more loving beings. But anyway, let's see, as we practice breathing meditation, for example, and we're breathing in and we're concentrating on the breath in and on the breath out, and sitting quietly, we seem to constantly being aware of and releasing thoughts that flow through our minds. And so meditation is more of a practice of becoming aware of our connection to the universe. When we reach that nanosecond of breathing with no thinking, which is rare. People think that when you meditate that emptiness is the goal, that is what we should be striving for. But actually, it's the whole practice of the breathing, of the accepting and releasing of these extraneous thoughts going through your head, and releasing. The releasing is the important part, and reaching that moment, that nanosecond of nothing. Of course, because we're just learning meditation, for example, and we're not a master meditator, we hit that nanosecond and think, oh, we're meditating. We've hit that. We're empty. What that emptiness is not only, it's not empty, it's fullness, but that's beside the point. That is the point. We are supposed to be entering into a oneness of ourselves with the universe. When we hit that, we immediately get snapped back into thinking. So meditation is sort of like calisthenics. It's muscle building. It's raising weights. It's raising that mental weight and being able to get to that point where it's easy to bench press an idea out of our head and enter into that moment of total clarity. We experience a oneness of the all in that. We experience the entirety of the universe. When you are meditating, you are making that connection. You are being. That is in your core the most you can be, the most you and the largest you, because you are part of something so large and you are connecting with everything when you meditate. And of course, I'm talking about that kind of meditation. When I started this portion, I was talking about meditation that's guided, and that's a different form of meditation. So we're talking about the similarities of prayer and meditation are an awareness of that something more, of that something larger than us, which we are a part of, that resides within us and connects us to every other being in the universe, wherever they are. When we pray, we are asking. When we meditate, we seek to enter that state of oneness. I cannot say this enough. We experience our spirit's connection to that which is the whole. And we do that both when we're praying and when we're meditating. Okay, so, and I know this is a short episode, but it really, I felt that this was a moment that we needed to look at the idea of praying and meditation. And I want to go even further. I think that we should all engage in these two practices, praying and meditation, every single day, even if it's for a few moments. I'll be going through my day. And prayer does not necessarily mean sitting down and praying or kneeling and praying. Often during the day, I will suddenly stop and say, oh, Goddess, will you help me? And so at that moment, I'm trying to talk to the feminine energy that is in the universe and saying, please help me get through this moment of stress or challenge. So it's a constant dialogue with the creative spirit, with God, with the gods, with the goddess, with any of those entities that are out there who are listening to us and want to help us. We can even ask our guide for help. We can ask our healing guides for help. We can ask the teachers and the masters. And that is all a form of prayer. when we take a moment out of every day, or many moments when we need it, and we enter into the meditative state and enter into that oneness with the universe, that is another practice that helps us to become more alive in this plane that we find ourselves in, that wants us to become the best and most blessed self we can be. So what would the exercise be for this week? Obviously, this week, try both entering into the state of prayer and into the state of meditation and experience the similarities and differences. Try using your prayer time for giving to others, trying to send healing to others, asking that the universe be healed. And use your meditation time to open yourself further to the universal flow. And let me just say, if you have questions at any time about any of these episodes, please feel free to contact me through TobieHewitt.com, because I would be more than happy to take up your question as perhaps another episode. But I definitely will get back to you and let you know, give you an answer to what the question that you have. Please join me next week for episode 21, when we will look at intuition as we continue our mystic journey. Thanks for listening to this episode of Mystic Musings. Please join me every week to continue our exploration of all things mystical that can help you have a more practical and magical life. Please visit my website, TobieHewitt.com, for more information and to read my blog postings. And join me also at pathwaystomindfulness.org to learn how you can schedule a presentation. I'm available for mindfulness training, demonstrations of psychic abilities, and individual readings. I also have a number of books on mystical topics on Amazon.com. I look forward to hearing from you and answering your questions. Please contact me through TobieHewitt.com.